Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy, and today we're going to be talking about ways to help you stay safe in port. Now, my last video I did was all about the world's most dangerous ports. So I thought I'd talk today a little about how to stay safe in these ports. So here's some of the ways that you can protect yourself. So number one is don't wear your lanyard or take your medallion into port. So don't wear that lanyard around your neck and you have your card bouncing back and forth as you're walking down the street and everybody knows you just got off the cruise ship. That just screams tourist alert and it has all the scammers coming running. So put those away in your backpack or your purse or your pocket till you get back on the ship again. Number two is don't wear flashy jewelry or take designer bags into port. You don't want to be wearing big diamond rings or diamond necklaces or big diamond earrings, anything that screams, look at me, come and get me. You know, even if it's not real, if it's fake, cubic zirconia or something, don't wear them into port because crooks don't know what's real and what's not real. So be careful of that. Make sure you have your cruise ship contact information with you when you go into port. Now, a lot of times it'll be in your daily planner, normally down here at the bottom, but this is a Princess Cruise one, and it says for port contacts to get the information off your TV, or there'll be a digital sign as you're leaving the ship to go into port. And it says, take a picture of that. So I always take a picture of that and then I email it to myself. And the reason I do that is if your phone is lost or stolen, you can then get to your email and still have that port information, the contact information for the ship. So what that does, it gives you a name and a phone number to contact on the ship in case something happens to you in port, like you're late from an excursion, you got injured, anything that's happened, you can contact the ship. So that's very important to do that on every port you go out to. Number four is to bring cash and a credit card into port. Now, a lot of times a credit card is going to be easier to get your money back if you're scammed or something like that than a debit card. So take a credit card. Also, if you had an emergency, you might need a credit card, for more money on it. But do bring some cash. Now, I usually don't take over $100. You don't want to take a lot of cash into ports with you, and you want to take smaller bills usually. Number five is to be extra safe, book your excursions through the cruise ship, or you can also book through some well-known groups like Shore Excursions Group. They guarantee that they'll get you back to the ship on time. A lot of people use them instead of the cruise ship because they're cheaper. I will put the link in the description to them. So just be careful about a lot of times you can get a excursion on the shore, it's good. I've done that even in Ensenada, Mexico. Got off the ship and booked the Bucadora tour for so much less than the cruise ship. We did that in San Diego also. But then in Cabo, we got off the ship and we wanted to do the glass boat tour. We saw a man selling those and he said, yeah, told us about it and how much it was. We said, okay. And he said, okay, pay me. And we said, where's the boat? And he said, it's coming, the boat's coming, just go ahead and pay me. So we said, no, we want to know where the boat is. And he took us to the dock and said, well, it's going to be right there. And my son said, no, we're not paying you before the boat comes. And we left. We found out where the place was, the building that actually sold these legitimate boat tours, and went there. It was a nice air-conditioned building. We had all the glass boats lined up, and we did that. So be careful what you're booking when you get off the ship. Another one is to follow the crowds, follow them into town. Don't go off the beaten path by yourself or just you and a couple when you don't know the area and you don't know where you're at. So be careful of that. Stay in well-known past port areas like where the cruise tourists go is what I'm trying to say, tourist areas. But you do have to be cautious there because they do prey on tourists. So just be careful. Another thing to do is don't wear an open purse. Now, what I take into port is like this body. Now this one is a waterproof one I got last year for Alaska. And then I have several other cross bodies in different colors. That way they go over to the front of you here, so it's more protected than having something on your back that they could unzip or get off, or having a purse on your shoulder that they could just cut right off of you and take off. Be very careful and make sure if you are taking a purse, you have a zipper closure. I made this mistake. This happened to me years ago with my husband. We were on a cruise. Our cruise stopped in San Francisco as one of the ports, and we were on Fisherman's Wharf. And I had been shopping. I just purchased something, put my wallet back in my purse, but I neglected to zip it closed and was looking at other items. And we left, and my phone started ringing, and it was my bank saying, "Did you just use your credit card, your debit card, your credit card, your medical card? They've all been hit for $500 each at Target." I said, "No, I didn't." I went to grab my wallet, and it was gone. I know where that was. It was in a crowded store. These two women bumped into me, and I know right then they took my wallet. I wasn't aware of it at the time, but I knew it later. So then I had no driver's license, no credit cards, no debit card, nothing. They had everything in my wallet, cash, whatever I had. So just be very careful. I really recommend wearing a crossbody for men or women. Men, keep your wallet in your front pocket, not your back pocket. It's too easy to pick your back pocket. Wear it in the front, or wear a money belt that would keep your money hidden under your shirts. So those are ways to stay safe in town. Avoid dangerous excursions for safety issues. Like if you've never scuba dived before and they're going to give you a quick 20-minute scuba diving lesson, be cautious of that. That's something that could be dangerous. Even people snorkeling. I just recently heard it was an elderly man, but he was snorkeling and he died snorkeling because he really didn't have experience and know what he was doing. So be careful of that. Things like zip lining or swimming with sharks. Just be cautious of some of these excursions that are a little more riskier. Another one that's not so safe is renting a moped or a scooter, especially in a country you're not familiar with. I've heard a lot of people getting in accidents with these, so just be cautious of that, and scams with the mopeds and scooters. Don't fall for scammers, but they're all over the place. A lot of these ports will try to get you in their shops. Come in, come in, come in. Sell you this fake leather goods, fake silver goods. Make sure if you're going to buy silver or leather, like in Mexico or somewhere, cruise ships do have their logos on certain windows at shops in ports like that. They guarantee that you're going to get real leather or real silver there. Don't buy from these street vendors that are selling you a silver necklace or ring. It's going to turn your finger green within a couple days. It's not real silver. So be cautious. They sold my husband what he thought was a leather bag years ago because they said, look, leather doesn't burn, and they put a lighter up there. Well, other things don't burn either. That bag fell apart within a week. So just be careful what you're purchasing in foreign countries. Also be careful. One lady had purchased a nice bag with them, and as they were wrapping it up, she was browsing around looking at the shop. When she got back to the ship and opened that bag, it was not the bag she purchased. It was some cheap little bag. So either stand there and watch them wrap your bag, or if they insist on going to the back room and wrap it, look at that bag or whatever you purchased before you leave that shop to make sure you get your actual item. And then a good idea is not to bring your passport into port in case you get it stolen. Then you're stuck. So what I do, and a lot of people do, is just take a picture of your passport and then email it to yourself also. So you'd have that on your email in case your phone's lost or stolen. So if something happens in port that you need your passport, you'd have a picture of it, and you can tell them my passport is in my cabin, and keep that passport locked up in your safe in your cabin along with your nice jewelry and things. Keep those locked up in there. Also be aware when you leave the ship, there may be a ship time and a port time. So you want to make sure you know the ship time. So if you're with more than one person, have one person have their phone or watch set to the ship time so that you make sure you get back on time. Also, I always take a picture when you get off at a port. They're going to have a big like wooden plaque sitting there that tells return time to the ship. I take a picture of that. You want to make sure you get back to the ship in plenty of time. Don't wait to the last minute. You don't want to come to that dock and bye bye, your ship is gone. So be careful of that. Another safety tip, don't drink the water in strange ports, not even bottled water, because a lot of those vendors that are selling you water on the streets, they're just putting hose water into those bottles and gluing the lid back on. Don't take water off the ship with you, like take a bottle or two of water from the ship. That way you're not drinking this water that could make you very sick. If you're single or traveling alone, especially women, you could join in other groups that are getting off the ship or ask some other people, do you mind if I go into town with you? That way, you're safe. And most people aren't going to mind. They're going to say, sure, tag along with us. Just be careful of that. And women, single women that are hanging out at bars in foreign countries and other men are coming in there trying to pick up on them, hit on them, be very careful. Women have been drugged before in their drinks and then go somewhere with these men, end up raped and robbed. So be very cautious of that in ports. So there's some tips for you. Just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your purse, your articles you have with you, that they're safe. And still enjoy your trips. Have a lot of fun. These things don't happen all the time. You just have to be cautious about it and protect yourself, and you'll do fine. If you like this video, if you want to see more of my videos, please give my channel a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to grow and bring more videos. I really appreciate every single one of you that comes on here and watches my little videos, and I hope to see you again on my next video. So come back again and join me on the Golden Cruiser, and everybody have a wonderful day. Bye for now.